as they attack the paper, ask the South Africans who are here and they'll tell you about it. How the South African rand was attacked and attacked and attacked. As they attack, they target a currency and they cause that currency to fall in value. Or the IMF demands that you devalue. And as the value of the paper falls, guess what happens? There's a massive transfer of wealth from the unsuspecting masses to a predatory, excuse my language, a predatory, blood-sucking elite. And so it facilitates the political goal of control when you can impoverish them and reduce Bangladesh and reduce Pakistan and reduce Indonesia and reduce Africa to miserable poverty and destitution. Because hungry people, they can't wage any struggle. A hungry man would even worship an idol. What I have done in this brief moment with you, and I want to leave some time for the question and answers, what I've done with you today is to show you from the Qur'an that there's a parallel between that which went before in Egypt, between Pharaoh and Moses, alayhi salam, and that which is now happening. That one culminated with the destruction of the forces of falsehood and the forces of oppression. And this one will culminate with the destruction of the forces of falsehood and the forces of oppression. All that you have to do, those who follow Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and who are prepared to stand up for what is truth, regardless of the price you have to pay, and who are not impressed by patacake, bakers, mankind of Islam. All that you have to do is hold on while the storm is blowing. The wisdom of the Lord is great. It is His wisdom at work to test who are His true servants. Who are those who are going to spend all their time fighting over, should you put your hands here or should you put your hands there? Fighting over trivia. Fighting with each other in sectarian conflicts. He belongs to that camp. Me ain't going to listen to him. Excuse my Trinidad language now. He belonged to that camp. He had that kind of, that was his teacher. Me ain't going to listen to him. No, we are brothers. We are sisters. We're pursuing the same goal. We follow the same master, the same leader. If you have to differ with me, do it with love. If you have to differ with each other, do it with respect. Maulana Siddiq and I have been involved in a boxing match for a long time now. He's a heavyweight, I'm not. But our differences has never stopped us from working together. Why should your differences with me stop you from embracing me as your brother? Even when you differ with me, you could listen to me politely, and I will listen to you politely. The end will come the same way it came in Egypt. The end will come when the Son of Mary returns. And when the Son of Mary returns, remember the most powerful voice in history, the most powerful voice in history ever to have declared that the Son of Mary will one day return is the voice of Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. We know more about what's going to happen when he comes back, more than the Pope knows. The Pope essentially is always a white man, remember that. We know more about what's going to happen when the Son of Mary returns than even the Pope knows. We know the truth will triumph. Let us end with this verse of the Qur'an. هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا. He it is who has sent his messenger Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, sent him with the truth, sent him with a way of life based on truth, and with the guidance, that it might prevail in the end. That it might prevail over all rivals. And Allah is sufficient as a witness of the truth of that end. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين. تكبير الله أكبر تكبير الله أكبر تكبير الله أكبر.
Jazakallah khair, Maulana Sahib. A powerful presentation as usual, and all of us who have heard Maulana before would know that he's touched on so many of the things that he normally speaks about, but he's gone into much more than just the political and economic challenges of the modern age. I think Maulana seems to also have a degree in history. He remembers all these dates and events and things that happen, and you can't help but learn something from him when you hear him deliver a lecture. So much like with the presentation this morning, we're going to devote some time to a question and answer session, just about half an hour, inshallah. So we'd follow the same format of this morning. Brothers, if you have a question, you can come forward close to the table in front here. There's the cordless mic passing around, and sisters as well. Or you can write down your question and pass it to us. Just when you're asking your question, if you can give us your name and let us know where you're from, inshallah.
Ambassador Usman Ali, my colleague when I worked at the Foreign Service.
Assalamu alaikum again.
Salam.
Really a great pleasure listening to you, Brother Imran. It makes me feel very proud, both from your academic excellence and the quality of the Islamic knowledge. My question is a rather very simple, almost naive one. Why is it in Muslim countries, or what is perceived as Muslim countries, there is squalid poverty, moral bankruptcy, poor governance, in spite of the fact of what we talk about the Qur'an and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad? What has gone wrong? Why is it, and how can we really market this religion? That's a problem. We are unable to market it. We are unable to. The problem also that some of us can't communicate. You're an excellent communicator. We are all trainees here. I make this analogy. Maybe in Trinidad and Tobago we have the steel band. I feel it's an excellent instrument. It's not only carnival and jump up. It's a lovely instrument, fascinating instrument. I hope the visitors get a copy of a steel band tune and say, here to play. Could you please, are you the moderator? Are you the moderator? Mr. Chairman, I seek your permission. I am trying to make an analogy which is in a comparison. That's another thing. The intolerance of Muslims towards non-Muslims. I was making the comparison that there's a good thing in the steel band, but we in Trinidad and Tobago, we are unable to market it. The same thing, we have an excellent thing in Islam, but we are unable to market it. The one night I was listening to Dr. Zakir, and I was also listening to Jean Myers there. And they're able to communicate and convince people.